Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Ages Kingdom, and in this class I would like to take the topic from CET Education Communication. In this very important topic and several times asked question, guidance and counseling, and that guidance and counseling topic is included in the second year B.Sc, and even in the fourth year management also some areas this topic is very important. And along with that, it is in advanced nursing practice also for M.sc nursing first years, and even for GNM also some areas this topic is included. So for everyone that together I am taking you this guidance and counseling. It's very important question, several times asked question, 15 marks question. So I would like to start with guidance and counseling. When I want to speak about guidance and counseling, these two has different meanings. These two has different meanings. So the image itself is showing very clearly whether you are giving some suggestions for a particular problem or you are giving some common solutions. So when you are sitting in one room and giving some solutions to the people, then that can be a guidance or that can be a counseling. So in this class I would like to explain what is the major differences between the guidance and counseling, and which people are required counseling and which people are required guidance. So this is what I am going to discuss. So here when I want to speak guidance and counseling in all places, I think in nursing colleges and even in intermediate also, and even nowadays even in the 10th class and in the primary high schools also, counseling and guidance sessions are going on, like regarding adjustment problems, regarding social problems. So when you get some information through somebody with a complete target oriented, that is called counseling, and when you give some general suggestions, that's called it as a guidance. Guidance means you are giving some suggestions to way to the pathway, whereas counseling is always a target oriented. It gives a important solutions to the so many problems. So okay, let's have a look here. And what is guidance and what is counseling? Guidance is the process of helping individuals to understand themselves and the world. So you are just helping individuals or the family or to the community to understand themselves and the world. Here I am saying very clearly, guidance is not a target oriented. You are just helping the individual to understand themselves. And other definition is, guidance is process through which an individual is able to solve their problem and pursue a pathway suited for their abilities. So it is just helping the individual, or it is a process through which an individual is able to solve their problems and pursue a pathway suited for their abilities. So that is about guidance. And when we speak about counseling, I said counseling is defined as a face-to-face relationship in which growth takes place in the counselor as well as counseling. Counselor means who is giving counseling, and counselee means who is receiving the counseling. So counseling is an interaction process that facilitates the meaningful understanding of self and environment and results in the establishment of goals and values for their future behavior. Already I said it is always a target oriented, whereas guidance can be a general thing, counseling can be target oriented. So that is about definition of counseling. So what are the principles and means when you give some suggestions to any people, what kind of principles you have to follow when you are giving some suggestions or some alternative methods when you are suggesting for your colleagues or your friends or your family or your students, what principles you have to follow when you are giving guidance and counseling. So the first one is, guidance and counseling is a universal requirement. Yes, in every age, even at the age of 70, at the age of 80 also, people require some guidance and people require some counseling sessions. So it is a universal requirement. That means it is required by all ages and all his developments, and irrespective of age, sex, caste and status. And it is goal oriented also. It is goal oriented. Always the guidance, and suppose a person who is at the age of 60 and you are telling the importance of intermediate, there is no use. So Guidance and counseling is always a goal oriented. And next one is, it is a continuous process. Don't say that I explained in at the age of 10th class, now no need to give any suggestions. No, counseling and guidance is always a continuation process. It's always a continuation process. And next one is, it is student centeredness. Student means we can say that it is always a individual centered. So means according to the individual requirements only guidance and counseling should be given. So next one is, it is evidence. When you suggest anything to the people, definitely you have to remember it should have a sound evidence. Sound evidence means whatever reliable data should be there, it is based on the reliable data, therefore it has adequate evidence of like before starting the process. Suppose you are telling about importance of family planning methods, then you should have the evidence that these methods will help you to solve these problems, or these methods will help you in emergency situation. So like that evidence should be there. And this next one is, counseling and guidance is always a growth and development oriented for individuals, family and the community. It is always a growth and development oriented, and it is a professional activity. Not everybody can give guidance and counseling services. It's always a professional activity. And this guidance and counseling is another one is, it is a prevention as well as cure. For most of the psychiatric problems and all, it is a cure. And for some people who are using that we can say like prevention regarding the diabetic diet modification or hypertension diet modification, so that will be like a prevention as well as cure. So next, it's a flexibility should be there. Never fix these things only we will explain, this only should do, that should not be done. And it should be always a flexibility should be there. There is no rigid procedures or techniques or approaches used in this service, since it takes, because every individual receives their solutions in a different way. That's why all the options or the suggestions should be in a flexible, and it should be from cause and effect. So if you smoke, you will get a lung cancer. If you drink, you will get a cirrhosis of liver. So always it should be a cause and effect explanation should be there. And if you study, you will get a good score. Like that you have to give. And the development of insight also, it helps in development of insight. So these are the different types, different principles you have to follow. So already I have explained in this class definition of guidance, then definition of counseling, then principles I have explained. It is always a universal goal oriented, and it is a continuous process, and student centeredness or client centeredness we can say. And it should have a good evidence, and growth and development should be should give the scope when you give guidance and counseling. And it is always a professional activity. Then it should be flexible, and cause and effect should be there, and development to insight. So this is all about principles of guidance and counseling. Thank you for watching. If you really like my classes, please do subscribe and share. And I just can say that you just listen my class and you can write. So highlight the important points, and that points if you highlight, then you will get a required score. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe.